Well, good morning. Oh, I'm going to jump right in on this one and then talk about it after I read the title and blurb. The title is Raped, Positively Screwed by the God of Lies. Multiple titles went through my mind as I meditated and pondered my dream about challenging the hypocrisy of our world. I could probably talk about it every day for more than a week, staying on subject yet approaching it from different angles. We talk a lot about unconditional love, freedom, peace, even truth and justice. We mouth the ideals, while most deny and avoid the unpleasant reality that those very values are masked. We live in a world of unconditional hatred, slavery, war, lies, and extortion. Nothing is really real, except deception. And we live in a world run by masters of deception. We are people of the lie. No amount of neutrality or other New Age spiritual concepts are capable of creating a sustainable world that works for all of us until we face the hard fact head on. We are all hypocrites. I'm not going to win any popularity contests, neither am I attempting to win any popularity contests by talking about subjects that I'm going to be talking about today and that I've talked about in the past. I talk about things that are unpleasant for most people to face, things that we don't want to own, we don't want to admit, we don't want to acknowledge. There are many things that I could talk about in my mind is trying to figure out which one to focus on first. So I'm going to focus on a comment that I just made in a thread because there was something posted by Linda, what is her name? What is her name? Anyway, K something, whatever. It's public service announcement, public order of revocation nullifying the legal authority of the United States Corporation, police and police agencies, put out by the Court of Ages, public order of revocation, etc., etc., etc. And my friend Linda said this woman is a wacko. I mean, she went crazy and attacked dozens of people, etc., etc. All right. And someone said, I'm surprised Ron still follows her after knowing this. Well, I know lots of things and I forget lots of things. But I responded like this. I don't follow her. I don't follow anyone too much, if I can help it. Not even Ron Van Dyke. My ideas of what I think I know get challenged all the time. And I know I live in a world of great deception. I'm not immune to it myself. Ideas that resonate with me in a moment, I often share. I do my best to go with ideals and values that are honorable and as true as I can get my head and heart around. I am willing to let all my cherished notions fall by the wayside if I can only find guidance and empowerment that will enable me to overcome the perverse tendency implanted in my consciousness to lie to myself. I watched a video and a dialogue, do I have it here, by Rupert Sheldrake, a TED Talk that was banned by conventional scientists who are materialists and atheists that don't want to acknowledge consciousness and don't want to acknowledge anything that they can't measure scientifically, because only the material world is real to these people. And they don't realize that ideas are real, and ideas have greater influence on us than anything in the material world could possibly have. It is ideas, invisible things, that run the world. And what really runs the world that we live on, planet Earth. I'm talking about our planet, the one where we are now residing. It's run by liars. I said screwed by the god of lies. I've been exploring the idea that all of our religions were created by liars. Of course, all of our religions also contain elements of truth, principles that are sound and ideals that are honorable and valuable. It's all there. It's all there. The good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly. It's all there for us to look at. But we've been cloaked in lies. The masters of deception have played their role well in making us believe that black is white, that evil is good, that law is real, when all it is rules that mask the true law, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. The only valid law in all of creation is don't do to somebody else what you wouldn't want them to do to you. And it's broken every day by people in high places. People pretending to be something that they're not. Even gods pretending to be something that they're not. Or I should say, demons pretending to be gods. Demons who have only deception in mind, heartlessness, covetousness, total disregard of life, and no respect of anything, of anything. Everything is perverted, turned inside out and upside down, turned on its head. Everything is ass backwards. Everything, everything, everything. Our entire system is corrupted. There's nothing of value at all, and neither can there ever be anything of value till we face the hard reality that we've been lied to and that we have lied to ourselves. We are a people of hypocrisy, wearers of the mask of respectability, but it's a mask that deludes us. We think that we can be neutral about this, but there is no neutrality in the face of the lie. You cannot possibly find truth as long as you believe a lie, because the lie is like leaven. It will leaven the whole thing and turn everything against itself. Everything becomes a lie when you allow the lie even a little space. There's no little white lies, because it permeates the whole damn thing. The whole loaf gets corrupted. And there's no way around that by being neutral. You can never be for truth as long as you're willing to be uncommitted to fighting the lies and to revealing and exposing the lies. Only by exposing the lies can the truth be revealed. When you strip away the lies one at a time, all of a sudden the truth will begin to come into focus. But as long as you allow the lie to dominate your thinking in any way, shape, or form, whether it's a scientific dogma that you're believing in, that only material is real, as Rupert Sheldrake pointed out, okay? As long as we believe that, we're going to be imprisoned and enslaved and disempowered by the lie. Lies disempower us. We're not going to be able to find unconditional love until we recognize the unconditional hatred of the lie. The lie is unconditional in its hatred. It doesn't matter who it captures, who it enslaves, who it disempowers, who it harms. It doesn't matter to the lie. And I'm talking about the lie now as a personification of something. The lie is the enemy. And we are at war, not just against ignorance, as the ambassador says, not just against financial tyranny, but against an entire system that is built on deception. An entire system of law, of art, of religion, of politics, of commerce, of everything. There's nothing in our world that has not been touched by the lie. We have been raped, positively screwed, over and over and over again throughout our evolutionary history. And it will continue to happen until we find the courage to tell ourselves the truth that we have been lied to, and the truth that we have been the liar ourselves, that we all wear masks, that we all fall short of the ideals we espouse and claim to be what we really honor and value. But in our world, the truth is, what we honor are people that can play the game. We honor people that are able to get away with crimes against humanity, and able to get away with deception, and able to get away with their masking of what's really going on in their hearts and behind the scenes. We have priests and religious leaders that are pedophiles, and as well as politicians that play the game. We have judges that don't even bat an eyelash of enforcing insane rules as if they are laws, which they are not. Not only just incarcerating people, but even killing people. We have mass murderers masquerading as our leaders. Mass murderers, you heard me correctly. We have people in high places that control lots and lots and lots of wealth, which is fictional, because the wealth is us, remember. Any artificial replacement or representation of wealth that does not recognize that the value comes from the creativity and the labor of human beings. That is true in society, and it's not even just human beings. The labor and creativity of consciousness manifesting itself in multiple life forms. But until we are able to get our heads and our hearts around the fact that we lie, and that we are lied to, and that this is a perversion that will not allow freedom, it will not allow justice, it is absolutely antithetical to the truth. Until we recognize this, we are doomed to failure. Now, I don't believe we're doomed to failure, because I believe there's an awakening going on. I saw that in myself, as in the dream. I watched as cops found drugs, marijuana specifically, is what I was looking at in the dream, hidden in a vehicle, and they did harm to the person for having a natural substance that should not ever be against the law. But what have we done in our culture? We've made rules for everything where you have to get permission to do things that are lawful. And if you don't get permission, you're considered a criminal. And you're fined, or imprisoned, or beaten up, or in some way harmed, and you have your wealth extorted from you, or some other thing that happens to you against your will, without your consent, and this is called government. Government and courts and religions are screwing us, raping us, pillaging us. They are murdering us. They are murdering everything that's of value, everything that's decent, everything that's honorable. They are killing it. What are we going to do about it? You can't be neutral. You can't say it doesn't matter. You can't say just let it run its course. C'est la vie. Live and let live. If we keep doing that, we'll keep doing what we've always gotten. We have to draw lines in the sand and say no more of this shit. If we're unwilling to do that, don't give me any talks about your damn spirituality that says it's the law of attraction. What you focus on expands. No, what you focus on in the real world, the world that we live in, call it the world of illusion if you want, but it's the world that we experience. Each one of us experiences that real world of illusion. We experience that world. And how do we experience it? We experience it as victims, but we lie to ourselves and say that we're not victims. We pretend. We wear masks. We deny the truth. We avoid the real issues. We do it all the time. All the time. As a culture, this is how we conduct ourselves. And the lie continues. And the lie continues because we are unwilling to recognize that in a world of duality, you have to equally be against something if you're going to really be for it. There's no, what's her name? The little woman from India, the saint that became a saint, whatever her name is, that says, I will not march against war, but I will march for peace. Don't you realize they're the damn same thing? I mean, how long are we going to tell ourselves lies over and over and over again that in a duality system that we must not make a choice, we must not stand for something, that we can only do one without doing the other. You have to address both sides of the coin or you destroy everything. Everything remains in the grip of the lie because you're unwilling to own the polarization, to actually transform yourself by owning it, by telling yourself the truth. I'm a hypocrite. I've been deceived. I've done all sorts of things that I didn't want to do. I found myself entrapped and enslaved by things that I don't really want to believe. But there I am, victimized by the lie. I've been screwed. I've been raped. I've been murdered. I've had all of these injustices done against me because I'm unwilling to tell myself the truth. I want to get over that, folks. I want to get over that. I'd like to help you get over it, but you have to do it for yourself. I can't do it for you. You have to do it for you. Only you can help you. Only you can set yourself free. And only the truth can make us free. And we'll never know the truth as long as we're trying to make lies look like truth. It won't work. It never did. It never will. What are you going to do about it? There's no neutrality in this. Take a stand. Choose. Which way do you want to go? Continue with the lie? Or find the courage within yourself to say no more? That's what I choose to do. Thank you for listening. Namaste.